Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the top teams for the Johto Cup. For the last week of this season of Go Battle League, next season we won't have ratings and anything like this. You're going to see the meta already in the background, but also we're going to have from the 26th till the end of the season, so the 1st of March, 100 games per day, which is very interesting and very nice from Niantic. So you can like play way more games, basically like a Go Battle day for like 5 days in total, I think. I already posted one time something about this before where it was still the 24th. They put it a little bit further back to the 26th, but still a very, very nice feature in the game. Let's go right into the teams. The first team gonna be Magcargo in the lead. We have the Ariados as a Safe Swap, a Pokemon that's gonna be very cool, but also a little bit tricky. And then we have a Grass type in the back. I would say if you can have the Jumpluff, use the Jumpluff instead of the Meganium, but otherwise Meganium is fine as well. The thing with this team is you have basically the hardest answer to Skarmory in the lead. You have a Pokemon that always basically gets out Skarmory because it completely gets hardwalled by it with the Ariados here, but Ariados is also very decent against a lot of other things if they don't run Skarmory on their team. And then you have a Pokemon that doesn't really want to face Skarmory at all in the back line there, but also, for example, you have a fighting weakness on the lead and a ground weakness on the lead. In general, the combination between the Magcargo plus a Tropius, or in this case Jumpluff, is a perfect combination, and there is literally, I don't think there's anything that, like any type that completely destroys both of those typings. Maybe dragon typing, but you don't really have dragons in this generation, I think. So yeah, this team is very, very nice, unless you encounter maybe a Kingdra, but even then you still have the courage with the grass there. The next team is actually one of my favorite teams here. We have Quagsire in the lead. We have the Quillfish mainly as a safe swap. You can also use Mantine if you don't have Quillfish and you have the Skarmory in the back. The thing is, like, we have the Mudboy plus Skarmory core that we already hate from the Great Lake with the Swampert usually here in this team. And then we have like a very good safe swap there. In my opinion, like Quillfish gonna be the best safe swap in the current meta, like in the current league there. It's gonna be so like clean against a lot of Pokemon. But here you have a ground type in the lead that basically would completely destroy a Lantern. You have Quillfish, which can still do some damage against the Lantern, maybe sometimes win the matchup as well as a safe swap, but usually gets us out. In the back, a Pokemon that completely gets destroyed by Lantern, and like the combination between Mudboy and the Skarmory you already know from Great League itself, like this team gonna be so good. They're gonna be a team that is similar like this as well later on, which is just a little bit flipped around. The third team is a team that I really needed to build because like everybody basically has Umbreon, everybody has basically Azumarill, so we had to have a team with both of them together. You know, already I like those two together in general. Like I had my team for the Halloween Cup, I think, with the Scissor, with those two together that worked well. And here we also have a nice team. We have like a Pokemon in the lead that doesn't like fairy types and doesn't like fighting types, and also doesn't like the bug types. So you have like two like really good ends like in the back for that. And then you have also like a very nice safe swap again with the Quillfish gonna be very solid. Just in general, your typical very bulky team with Pokemon that a lot of people have. Nothing too crazy here. A little bit of a problem might be the Ariados if you face it in the lead, because you have like a Dark type in the lead and a Fairy type in the back, and Ariados is basically a core breaker for this, but should be still okay. The fourth team is basically the second team flipped around. We have now the Skarmory in the lead. Of course, you don't really want to face either the Magcargo or the Lantern. For this, you have your Quagsire in the back, and as a safe swap, we now have the Raikou. I think it has to be a Shadow, maybe even it cannot be a Shadow if you have like one for level 15 from like 3-4 years ago. If you have the Shadow still, which I sadly transferred mine because it wasn't really worth it back in the day. Like you can use it there. Raikou looks very good in the current cup, and of course you can also use your Politoed for the double Mudboy vibes, which like is also something that you can always use. But then Lantern might be a little bit of a problem, but still you can learn Earthquake. You would outspeed him to the moves, I think, so you might still have some play there. Team number 5 gonna be a team around Lantern here, and also we have Donphan again, and also we have our Seedamon again with Jumpluff. The Donphan as a safe swap here should get out the Skarmory, as we have the hardest counter to the Skarmory in the lead. And the thing with Donphan is you always can win Switch Advantage against the Skarmory. Like in the 2-shield scenario, you always win if you throw your quick moves at the right timing and the charge moves at the right timing so they don't get extra moves in. You're always going to win then. Just go straight body slam and you're going to win in the 2 shields against the Skarmory. You might not see the opponent 2 shielding though against you, but you can still at least realign your Pokemon, and like the other core seems very solid in general. Team number 6 is going to be a team again with Azumarill in the lead here. We have the Steelix as a Say Swap or the Fortress. Both of them are fine depending on the lead that you see here. If you see, for example, the Lantern as a lead, you might want to go into your Fortress as a Say Swap. If you see a Grass type in the lead, you maybe want to go into your Steelix as a Say Swap, because Steelix is a little bit more play there, like in general as the Say Swap scenario, as Fortress is the hardest counter to the Grass types, and like vice versa, like you cannot counter the Electric types with the Steelix, while you don't really completely counter it with the Fortress. But in general, look at how good the Fortress is in this cup as well. Like, it destroys a lot of Pokemon. Of course, same as Quillfish here, it's very bait dependent. This thing usually runs the Mirror Shot, which is easy to bait with, which makes it always look a little bit better than it is in the end. But this team definitely doesn't like make a lot of sense. You can also play Skarmory in the back, but then you have the double weakness against Lantern, which maybe not be the best in this cup. Team number 7 gonna be a very interesting team again. We're gonna have the Lugia and the Wobbuffet in the lead there. We have the 2 grass types in the back that you can use either of them. You can also use Jumpluff again if you have Jumpluff. I just didn't want to put it on there again. Blossom is also a very cool Pokemon with Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade. And then you have the Lantern there as well. The thing with this team is you have 2 Pokemon that basically don't really have a lot of hard counters there. There are not a lot of ghost types in this meta in general, so you have like a lot of play with those psychic types. Only really Umbreon, I guess, would beat this, and you would kind of want to stay in this lead there. Like, no matter really what lead you face, you kind of want to stay in with that. Try to really gain switch advantage with the hard-hitting quick move of this Pokemon over time. You have Counter, you have Dragon Tail, both of them do a lot of damage, and then you have 2 Pokemon in the back that kind of can RPS your opponent's team, because they're like so good together and like hard counter a certain type of Pokemon, which might be a very interesting strategy. And into the last team here, we have Sudowoodo in the lead, which is actually way better than you expect, because it destroys something like the Skarmory, which is really cool. And then you have the Ariados or the Quillfish in the back. Both of them very nice Say Swaps. I would say usually you should go for the Say Swap of the Quillfish and have Ariados in the back. I think this is usually the better play, but this team looks like a lot of fun. It's like more like a spicier team, like not one of those crazy bulky Pokemon like Azumarill in there or Skarmory, like those Pokemon you always see. But actually Sudowoodo looks like such a fun Pokemon to play. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you play this cup, or do you play one of the 3 other cups that are also available. In my opinion, this is completely stupid from Niantic. You have like now 20 battles, you have 4 different cups. And like, how are the queue times then? Like, queue times gonna be insane if you have 4 different options. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit scary. But other than this, thanks all for watching. See you in the next video and have a great rest of your day.